What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Better Call Saul, Season 4, Episode 9. Pretty uneventful episode for the season. Because this season, at least in my memory of it, it seems like big things have happened every episode going on. Like something like big and memorable.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing memorable about this episode that was like, oh, that was cool was Hector getting his bell.
That was kind of neat. I like how there's a story behind it.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Like, it's not like it was a bad episode.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just for the second to last episode. Like, I expected, like, an episode like this, I expect to be like episode 4.
Well, the problem is that we knew Vince Gilligan directed it. We knew it was longer. We knew it was the one before.
All the things going into it. It has, like, built to be a great episode, and it was like, oh, okay, that was entertaining.
Starts off with Nacho.
Nacho and Lalo going to visit Hector, and that was actually a really cool. I like that. Actually, I think it opened with Kim and Saul.
Oh yeah,
they did
right.
that job.
Yeah.
They switched the plans, which was cool because they kind of mentioned that last week. Like that was kind of a throwaway moment in last week's episode, and they made it happen here. Which that was neat. But then it was weird because they did another job, but then she's like, well, now we're just gonna do it for good. And he's like, but how is that for good? She's like, oh yeah, just whatever.
I make the rules.
She went back on her thing from last episode. Like she made it not as big a deal at all.
Yeah.
That she wanted to do that.
And I totally didn't like that.
I didn't either. I thought that was strange. Like you could have just not brought that up, and then
I was surprised when Jimmy was denied.
I was too, and I saw people on Twitter saying, "So does that mean like unless they fix it next episode, does that mean he had a fake law license in Breaking Bad that he was going by?"
I can't
but
imagine.
I don't know how that would. I don't think that would work.
I don't think that would work either. Not when you're on TV and you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, but I was really surprised that happened. And then it was a great scene after that when he drives up to Kim.
Yeah.
It was funny right before that there's a commercial. It gets to that and it's like, oh, there's gonna be like bad language here. And I was like, oh, is he gonna say another fuck? And he's like, I'm not being a fucking cell phone salesman for another year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there you go.
There's your fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our expectations were too high going into it. That's the problem.
I think so too, but I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think they kind of set us up to have big expectations for it being.
No, yeah, for
second
sure.
to last episode. They're teasing us with all the stuff. It's a longer episode. Oh, the creator of Breaking Bad's directing this one, and then ultimately it was like anybody could have really directed it. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, yeah.
But I am excited to see where all the stuff with Lalo and Nacho is gonna go. Like they were doing the rounds.
Yeah, because so far
for
he
that.
hasn't done anything except
pretend to be a nice guy. You could tell it's an act. But I really like that guy.
He's just he's like, oh yeah, I love this chicken, and you don't believe a word he's saying.
Yeah. And then we mentioned last week the scene where Saul gets kidnapped out to the desert, or brought to the desert by Walt and Jesse, and he says, "Oh, Lalo sent you?"
Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo!
And then someone commented on our video saying that in the scene where after they Gus, Mike, and Jesse take out all of the Mexican cartel and all that, and they go and visit Hector in the home that they actually go to in this episode. He's like, all the Salamancas are dead. He starts naming them all off. Actually, the Don guy that they talk about in here saying sitting by the pool, they're all dead. And he says the Salamanca name dies with you.
Now, the Salamanca name dies with you.
So that guy was like, so Lalo kind of has to die. By that, at least by, I think he said it's season 4, episode 9 of Breaking Bad. He has to be dead by that point.
Right.
So they can kind of finagle their way, like, oh, he died off camera in season 3 doing something like.
Yeah.
But, so I am interested, like, what they're gonna do with that, because like they just mentioned this character, like, oh, he's just another mob boss dude in Breaking Bad that you'll never hear about again, and then bring him into this and make him a Salamanca. So I'm interested where that's gonna go.
Yeah, I thought something was going to happen this episode, but obviously
I'm wondering why it's such a big deal that, I mean, I get they're paying money they keep these workers there, but that this guy ran away to his wife, like, and the next episode seems like, oh, it's a manhunt to get him down, like.
Well, I guess you gotta, it's such a big thing, and there's so much money tied up into it, he can't let just someone, like, talk. Just how he was talking about when he got drunk. It's funny, because
I guess
the guy that they were worried about has been fine, but it's
kind
this
of
guy,
a switcheroo on us.
But this guy is the one that they have to worry about now.
The one thing that this show does very great is have like not pointless, but things in shows that would be like a 3-second scene or like a 30-second scene, they can make it a 5-minute like montage to it, and you'll be invested the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Like, he walks in the place, he gets the dude the copy, he's like, oh, it's that, oh, there's a little marker, little marker over here too, and then he go in the place, they look where the guy's at, go find the laser, and that's how it ends. Like, that would have been nothing in any other show, but this show you're like, oh yeah, oh, okay, yeah, like you're all invested in it. They do that really well.
Well, just like her that couple episodes ago when she picked up all the
her getting
supplies.
getting all the supplies. Yeah, they're very good at that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the all in all, the episode was not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Like it may sound like we're complaining about it, but I was just hoping that like he was gonna make it as a lawyer. He'd be like, oh, now I'm gonna be Saul Goodman or something, or like maybe something else with Huel or just some of the stuff, because like nothing got resolved. There is one episode left, and it doesn't seem like anything is close to being resolved.
No, like literally we're in the same place we were last episode.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was disappointed.
Except
but it's still good.
Now the German guy escaped.
Yeah. I do want to talk about him a little bit more. I was so confused when they were doing the dynamite thing and the guys in the truck and all that, and then he goes down there and he's looking around for the wire. Then all of a sudden he starts breathing weird, and like there's that pipe he's going to, and like that scene lingered for a while.
Yeah,
and he's breathing, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? We and you were in the middle of a conversation about what they're gonna do, like what's gonna happen, and also we're both like, is he having a panic attack? Like what's going on? But that was kind of neat. They did that.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if there's more to him in it. Like it's not just his wife he's talking to the phone, or there's other things.
You said that when
he's
he's talking to his wife, they thought it was something else.
Yeah, I don't like because they.
I mean, they have been down there for. I mean, they time jumped 10 months, so it's at least he's. You know, I don't know. See, they've been down there a long time. Maybe he's just like losing it, and he needs to get out and see his family.
It could be that, because like I just said, they take things that would be almost pointless in other shows, and they can make them really entertaining. So they're like saying everything he was saying on the phone with his wife. That could just be them giving us detail.
Yeah.
Or it could be them giving us the detail because we're going to remember, and they're going to be like, oh, getting a new dog means they're making a meth lab here. Like, it could be something like that he's like selling information to people, even though we know no one finds out about the meth lab.
Yeah.
I'm just curious where that's going to go.
Yeah, I don't have any idea where it was going to go. The only thing that I always struck me funny is that they got Germans to build the lab, and then if you remember when everything hits the fan, it was they were in Germany when.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
I did forget about that.
So it makes you wonder where that.
I remember watching that for the first time, and the guy's trying all like the sauces for the chicken nuggets and all that, and then goes and like, doesn't he kill himself or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's like you're watching a different show.
Yeah, it's funny. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So what do you want to happen in this last episode of Better Call Saul?
I think I want him to be a lawyer.
Do you think he'll be Saul Goodman by next week?
I really don't now. I thought
I thought Kim had the idea for him to be that at the end of this episode. I mean,
mean,
she's like, oh, yeah, you still want to be a lawyer? Okay, that's where we start. And I think they're going to maybe be like, he's not Jimmy McGill anymore. Now he's Saul Goodman. Kind of.
Oh,
because they even mentioned this. Oh, it's just a name. Like he said, the people know him by that.
So you think like they're gonna be like, I've changed my way since since his interview. Because apparently they're gonna appeal it.
Yeah, and they're gonna try to. I think they're gonna try to spin it into like it's a new identity.
It does seem
and maybe like talk to them because they seem like they feel for him. So maybe they'll be like, all right, well we'll let you go in because Jimmy McGill can't be a lawyer, but maybe Saul Goodman can. And that's his way. And he's like, all right, well, I'll stick with that. It doesn't matter. At least I can be a lawyer. And
yeah, see, I don't. That seems weird to me. But I mean, maybe. But like, to me, it's bullshit that he goes through all the hoops, does everything.
Yeah, and then because I thought that when they were talking to him, I was like, oh, he's not mentioning his brother. They're probably like, I was wondering if they're gonna be mad because they didn't mention him. But then I was thinking like, why would he need to?
Right.
And then he was even thinking that same thing.
Yeah. Well, and. I mean, I don't know. Like, they don't know that he's, like, selling burner phones and getting in trouble and doing all that stuff. So, like, the fact that he was insincere, he does sound insincere when he's doing that shit.
But when he even said, I was cheesy, but I meant all of it, which you can kind of tell in the scene. He seemed like Saul from Breaking Bad, which is cheesy, but he does believe what he says because it works and all that.
Yeah. It seems weird to me that you can, like, get kicked out, not let back in when you do everything right, appeal it, and then get let in. I don't know what are they gonna find, like a loophole or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna use their powers for good, and it'll be to get him
See,
back in there.
That's not for good either.
Well, yeah, but in her mind, it is good because
Yeah.
she's helping her good boyfriend become a lawyer again.
Did you think he was moving out?
I did. Yeah, I totally did. Yeah, I'm glad you thought that too.
Yeah,
I thought he was moving out, and then I thought, okay, well, like that fight, they're done.
yeah.
And then she's like, "You still want to be a lawyer?" Like I was like, "God, she will do anything for him," which again, like I don't know what's gonna happen.
She
with
reminds
her.
me. She reminds me of Chuck before he became a lawyer. Like, you know how like I always have to come save you. So then she always had to come save.
Now
him.
she's gonna burn herself next season.
Yeah, she'll die in a fire.
Yeah, same thing.
No, I doubt that. But no, I don't know. That's what it reminded me of.
I didn't think about that, but that's a good point.
She has to bail him out. But and then like when she asked him if he wants to be a lawyer, he was like yeah.
He's like obviously kind of like
Well, but it
of
was
course.
almost like a sadness. Like
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can meet Jesse and
He's
Walt,
like, we gotta get to Breaking Bad.
and then I become a manager at Cinnabon.
I'm wondering if because they did a flashback, they did a flash forward this season. I'm hoping at least next week we'll get one more scene because it seems like they're going right into him being Saul.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I thought this week they were gonna do that.
Maybe they'll do a flash sideways.
Oh, like alternate universe.
Yeah.
Saul. But any last things you want to say about this week's episode or what you're looking forward to?
No, I still like this episode. I just was expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting
Something major.
more. Now, see, but the thing now,
you
now
could-
I have really high expectations for next week.
Well, now I
it-
don't have any expectations.
Because this
for
one
next
didn't
week.
do much. I was like, okay, well next week's got to be great.
I don't expect anything next week.
Oh, that's
Was
interesting.
Nacho and Waiwo even in the frickin' next on?
I don't remember. They could have been.
Because it's interesting, like with the way like Gus is looking at him, like, why don't you tell me this motherfucker's here? But he's like, I can't, because I'm with him all the time.
He's
but,
with
like,
me 24/7 now.
yeah, so like, that seems like a way. It seems like it's already in the beginning where he's gonna have to get rid of Gus is gonna have to get rid of him. He's gonna use Nacho, but maybe Saul is in it somehow, and that's how they get him.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know, but I don't
You
know.
know what's one thing I would like to see before we wrap this up? I would like to see in the finale, and I don't think we're going to, but it would be really cool, is if one of the last scenes or somewhere in it, we see a scene between Hank and Crazy 8.
I don't think he's been in it
like
enough.
as a side thing. Well, because now he's there, like, moving stuff around.
Yeah.
Because he said he picked up, I forget the exact quote, but he says, like, he picked him up when he was, like, just in it, kind of, in Breaking Bad. Like, he got him early, is what it sounded like.
Yeah, I remember.
So it would be kind of perfect timing, I feel like, because now he's in there, he's dealing with the money and all that. I would really, really like that. I doubt it'll happen, but I think that'd be really cool.
Hank's also full of shit a lot of the time. Like, he's kind of like a talker.
Yeah, but he's not really full of shit though when he's talking to Gomez, and he was talking to Gomez about just like their conversations. Like he's full of shit to a lot of the other people, but that's kind of like his guy.
Like, but I don't think. Do you think that? I guess it doesn't matter. But I was gonna say, do you think Crazy Eight's even been in it enough to like have people know
So,
that?
but it doesn't matter because we're supposed to. Everybody watching Better Call Saul should have watched Breaking Bad, and if you don't, because like
Do you think? I mean, I'm sure there's people
I know-
out there that don't.
yeah,
that haven't.
I'm sure there is, and they're probably confused as fuck with certain things because they don't explain anything to you because they just expect you to like.
which is cool.
Yeah, I really like that. So I think I think
Well-
that scene will happen eventually in the show because it kind of has to. I'm hoping it's next week.
For some reason I always think it's Gomez that's gonna get the Crazy Eight.
See, but Gomez didn't even know he was an informant, though, so
Yeah,
that
I
wouldn't
guess.
happen. He was just Hank's informant.
I just feel like he was gonna show up before Hank for some reason, like with
Oh.
no reason.
just because he's a side character, so he'd be easy to snag, I feel like.
Yeah, because that's what they do. They just
Yeah.
like pull people in that.
I'm really hoping that happens. Comment down below maybe what you expect to see in the finale, and we can reply to you guys and whatnot. But yeah, so thanks for watching this episode. Like and subscribe. Comment down below, like I just said, your thoughts on this week's episode. And we'll see you guys next week for more Better Call Saul.
This is the best chicken I have ever had.